That means suppose that you are running a program, you are running a program, and in between suppose that you want to create a thread. In between you want to create a thread that can be done using two methods. Extending the thread class, that means there is a thread class, there is a class called thread, and extending thread means you have to create a subclass of the thread class, and in that way you can create a thread. And another one is an interface called runnable is there, and implementing that. That means you have two methods for creating a thread. One is extending the thread class, and the other is implementing the runnable interface. And methods supported by thread class are getName, getPriority, isAlive, join, run, sleep, and start. Now, thread. Main thread of a program is created automatically when it is run. That means every program when it is run, it's a main thread. It can be controlled by using a thread object. Okay, it can be controlled by a thread object. Obtain a reference to it by calling the method current thread. That means if you are if you are executing a program, and if you want a reference to the current thread, that means this point as already know, that means the, the current object, it's also a thread, and if you want the reference to that method, then use uh, the method current thread. That means static thread current thread means current thread is a method which returns a reference to thread. This method returns a reference to thread in which it is called. And how to create a thread. So I am at this point in time, you have to focus on how to create a thread. As I already told you, there are two types of thread creation. Method one is extending the thread class, and two, implementing the runnable interface. This is method number one, and we are going to discuss how extending thread class can be used to create a thread. So here the steps are: step 1, create a class as a child of thread class. Thread class is the superclass of all threads. Then extend, that means extending thread, that means some class extends thread means that class is a subclass of the thread class. That means create a class that extends thread class. Then in the thread class there is a run method. Run method, you have to override that run method and whatever you want to do in that thread. That means suppose that you are doing a job, and in between you want some job to be run by or handled by some other guy, then you are going to assign that to some other guy, and after completing that he will return the same. And likewise here, if you are creating a thread means that thread has to do something, and that will be done by some other, that means some other portion of the memory is allocated for that, and it will do the job, and the current sequence of execution is not uh, violated, and it will continue. So here override the run method. Instead, first of all we have to do is create a subclass of the thread class. Then in the thread class there is a run method, you have to override that. That means whatever you have to do in the thread, you have to write code for that in the run method, and run method must be public while overriding. That means public void run. That method should be public void run, and in that you have to write the code for the thread, and create the object of the newly created class in the main method. Okay, then you should have a public static void main, and you have to create an object. You have to create an object of the subclass you have created from the thread class, and finally call the start method on the object, created the above step. So when we'll go through this example, we'll be thorough with that. Example: class sample thread extends thread. That means here extending thread means the sample thread is a subclass of thread, and in that you have a public void run means you are going to that means in the run method, that is the body of the thread. That means you are going, thread is under running for I s n equal to 1 to I less than or equal to 10, I plus plus, you are going to print. That means you are going to print 1 to 10. You are going to print 1 to 10. And that is the body of that's the body of the thread. And extending the thread class means you have already created a subclass of thread which is sample thread, and you have override the run method. And now I am going to have a public class my thread test. That means you are going to have a main program, and in that main program you have created a sample thread object. Sample thread object t1 is equal to new sample thread, and now system.thread about to start. Then here it is printing thread about start, and after that t1 dot start. That means you have created an object of type sample thread which is a subclass of thread, and in sample thread you have a run method, and that run method has to be called. So here you have created a sample thread object, and in that you are going to have t1 dot start. Instead of t1 dot run, you are going to have t1 dot start. When that t1 dot start is executed, what will happen? It will print thread is under running, and for ISN equal to 1 to n, that will be run. Okay, after completion of that, it will terminate. That program will be terminated. That means by extending, that means creation of a thread by extending the thread class. This is method number 1. That means create a subclass of the thread class. Then in that thread class you have to override the run method. You should have public void run. So whatever you want to do or want to be get done by the thread, that you have the code for that has to be written inside that run method. Then after that you have to write the main program. In the main program you have to create an object of the subclass of the thread class. Then you have to call that object dot start. So that's all about creating a thread by extending the thread class. Now we are going to discuss how a thread can be created by implementing the runnable interface. That means interface, as you know, interface it's an abstract class. It's an abstract class, and that abstract class or interface has some methods that has to be implemented by some other class. Here Java contains built-in interface runnable inside java.lang package. That means this runnable interface is residing in java.lang package. The runnable interface implemented by the thread class that contains all the methods that are related to the threads. To create a thread using runnable interface, follow the steps given below. So these are the steps you have to follow if you want to create a thread implementing the runnable interface. Step number 1 is create a class that implements the runnable interface. Create a class that implements the runnable interface. Again, override the run method with the code that is to be executed by the thread. Run method must be public while overriding. So in the earlier case, there instead of implementing runnable interface, we used another method which is extending the thread class. Here instead of extending the thread class, you are going to create a subclass which is implementing the runnable interface. Again you have to override the run method. Then create the object of the newly created class in the main method. Create the thread class object by passing above created object as parameter to the thread class constructor called the start method of the thread class object. So here I am going to show you an example. Same thing here, instead of creating subclass, here class sample thread implements runnable interface. That means it's actually implementing the runnable interface. Now you are going to override the run method, and in the run method same code is returned. That means it is for printing numbers 1 to 10. And in the main class you are going to have a sample thread object. Thread object is equal to new sample thread. Okay, now you are going to have a thread class. You are going to have a thread object which is referencing your sample thread object. That is thread thread is equal to, that means you are going to generate, or you are going to have an object which is pointing to, or you are going to create a reference thread of type thread, and it is pointing to a thread object, and you have to pass the earlier created object as the parameter of the constructor. New thread object. Now you have to call thread dot start. So this is the way uh, you can create a thread by implementing the runnable interface. So there is a minor difference between these two. So you have to do this, and you have to run programs based on this. Once you do that, you will be thorough with these concepts.